This is Kyle from Kyle's Light Novels, here again with another review. This time for Trapped in a Dating Sim, the world of Otome games is tough for mobs. Volume 4. Please leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content. It helps support the channel. This continues from the previous volume, with Leon getting suddenly engaged to both Angelina and Olivia, which is about time. I had hoped that the author didn't drag out the story before getting Leon engaged to them. Leon leaves his home and his home country of Holford to study abroad in the Outer Republic, and that's where the previous volume ended. And now onto the current volume. Leon and the prince's friends, along with Mary and her friends, were on their way to Outer Republic as transfer students to study abroad via his airship. Originally, Leon didn't like the idea of having to travel with the prince and his friends, but for now, he sucks it up. Leon didn't really get the time to enjoy his time engaged to both Olivia and Ange, as he immediately departed for Outer Republic. They only got engaged the day before. The Outer Republic is where the second game is based, or at least that's what Mary had told Leon. Since the second game had come out after his death, Mary informed him on the second game, or at least that's all she remembers of the game. Olivia gives her speech to the new students, as she is a scholar student herself, but among the new students, some of them have their sights set on Olivia, but not in a good way. Fortunately for Olivia, she has Clarence looking after her, who deals with the students while also performing tests on them. I really like her personality, especially when it comes to the banter between her and Olivia, as Claire sends pictures to Leon of Olivia and Ange in their underwear as they sleep, as revenge for them throwing a pillow at her. Leon and his group reach Outer Republic, a country that's said to have never been beaten by Holford. Upon getting close to the country, Leon's ship is checked by Outer military, who insults not only the ship but the armor, which anger looks in. Leon finds out that Mary and her friends are treated better than he, mainly because she's friends with the prince and all his friends, who of course are in love with her. They all stay in. Imagine why he isn't. We are introduced to Noelle Beltry, the protagonist of the second game and the daughter of a former nobility family that had fallen. But unlike the game, she has a twin sister, which wasn't in the game at all. Leon learns that Noelle's sister, Leah, is a reincarnated person like him and Marie. He also finds out he's in the same class as Noelle. We are also introduced to Louise Sarah Rout, who was said to be the villainess of that game that bullied Noelle, but from what I've read, it doesn't appear that she's a bully or anything of that sort. Leon meets her a couple of times and even gave him a ride in her limo. It was obvious to me that she's different than when she was introduced to us. I never imagined I would say this, but I'm starting to pity Marie in this volume. Just a bit. We did learn of her family and the length they go to get money from the previous volume, but this volume she has to deal with the prince and his friends' laziness. We learn that Marie is afraid of Leon's anger due to her past experience and knows full well that Pierre is now in Leon's sight, with which one might actually pity Pierre a bit. Marie really starts to grow on you, especially in this volume, when she and her friends take on a merchant who kidnapped Carla. Unfortunately, the merchant becomes afraid of Marie, who wants to get back into Leon's good books. We are introduced to Pierre, a student that comes from one of the great families. He comes across as an arrogant bully that enjoys bullying people. He even beat up Jean just because he was looking after the students from Holford. and that he seeks to start a war with Harfoot to earn a name for himself. But one mistake Pierre has made is to anger Leon, and he will soon regret it. I will say this, I can't stand Pierre. He is a total jerk. I still stand by my statement that the banter between Lucian and Leon is funny as hell, but we were in for a surprise when Leon loses his ship, which was offered up in a duel by the prince to Pierre, that Lucian suddenly betrays Leon. That was a real shocker to say the least. But it was all an act by the great actor known as Lucian, as he starts attacking Pierre's house while Pierre is busy in a duel with Leon. It shows that he has such loyalty to Leon despite their banter. I will say this, Leon is popular with the ladies, as usual. He's already engaged to Angelica and Olivia. He has several admirers back in Harfoot Kingdom, but if that wasn't enough, he has gained the attention of both Noel and Louise. Leon drags the prince and his friends to a dungeon, as they are responsible for him losing his ship, as they bet his ship in a duel that they lost. While exploring the dungeon, he locates the secret tree sapling, the very bargain chip he was looking for. Leon uses the sapling to get Pierce to accept his challenge to a duel, which he knows Pierce can't turn down. Of course, if Leon wins, he gets his ship back. Leon sends a letter to the king, which only angered him, as both the king and Leon don't like each other at all. Naturally, the king sends a letter back to Leon, which was delivered by Deldrea, one of the girls that has fallen for him. She has tea with him. It's great to see how her attitude has changed since she was first introduced. The duel between Leon and Pierre begins. Naturally, one would think that Pierre would win since he's in armor. But one thing to remember, never bet against Leon, because you will lose, as Leon dominates the battle against the armor barehanded. After Pierre lost the duel, he returned everything he stole, but he was also stripped of the sacred tree's protection. This was an absolutely fantastic read. I just hope we get a second season of the anime that at least does this volume justice.